he has kept 10 clean sheets so far in the season. And how was the reaction for you? You know, when you, I mean, a lot of credit has to go to you. You brought Maduka Okoye to us, and how has it been for you? You know, when you first brought in him, how did you handle the critics that came in? I mean, he hasn't been a stable performances. I mean, the game against Sierra Leone came in, he was in goal and he conceded 4 goals. And how were you able to handle the backlash after he was having not a steady performances for the Super Eagles?
It was difficult, you know. I was tempted to basically respond to most of the criticisms exactly how they came, but the other part of me wanted to be professional, be mature, you know, to be able to understand that people have a right to criticize as well.
Yeah.
And especially when you critically analyze his performance or performances, as it were, against Sierra Leone. I think that it was not just Maduka Okoye, but a generally reluctant performance from the entire team. Having scored 4 goals, conceding 4 goals again. My friend Matthew Olorunleke, an ex-international who has now become a very renowned, I mean not renowned, but a very intelligent football coach, said to me when we were analyzing that game that before the ball gets to the goalkeeper, it passes through someone, it passes through a lot of players. So you must ask that question, why did the ball get to the goalkeeper in the first place? So it's a team effort. So based on that, I could really understand the fact that it wasn't purely Maduka's fault, but the general team itself. So I understood that some persons were basically unjust in their criticism, but that's life and that's football. And of course, I agreed with him to stay focused, to stay calm, to take all of the criticisms as a motivation, and put up some good performances going forward. And we saw that in the second leg in Freetown, he didn't concede a goal, and from that point on, he's had the superlative display or superlative displays for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
All right, so I must say I admire the job you do all across Europe, and you know how you cover games and talk to players all across Europe. But how do you met Maduka Okoye? How do you came across Maduka Okoye, and what did you see in the goalkeeper that made you to believe that okay, this is a talent, he should play for Nigeria? What did you see in Maduka Okoye, and how did you meet him?
Okay, pardon me, I'm very bad with dates. So I would not say I think 2017 or 16, I can't remember, I'm not too sure. I was watching Fortuna Düsseldorf.
Yeah.
And then I saw their goalkeeper, the guy who is now with Man City. He's mixed, it's of a mixed race.
Yeah.
So I was like, who is this black goalkeeper? Let me check him out. And then I stumbled on the name Maduka Okoye on their website, and then I did my research. I was like, wow, this is a Nigerian, Okoye, Maduka Okoye. The name is as Nigerian as it could be. And then I started to do research on him, and I saw that he was in the reserve team. He was playing in the 4th tier league, and I was like, wow, this boy could represent something good for Nigerian football. And as of that time, we were having goalkeeping crisis, and I was like, this guy can represent something for Nigeria. I looked at his posture. I was like, wow, such an imposing young and above all beautiful or handsome young man. Yeah. That for me was an attraction as well, because I like things that are beautiful. So I sent a message to the club, the club media officer, and I said I would like to get in touch with a certain Nigerian who is in your team, Maduka Okoye. I'd like to do a story on him.
Okay.
And then the guy sent me a message and said, why not? That would be a good idea. I will give Maduka your number and he will reach out to you. Lo and behold, Maduka sent me a message, and that was what struck me. Wow. It is not something that is common with footballers generally. So Maduka sent me a message and was like, "Hey bro, I got a message from my media officer. He told me you want to do an interview with me." I said, "Yeah, I would like to." And then it ended there. We couldn't meet.
Okay.
And somehow I was almost even forgetting about it. So one day I was going to the Champions League game between Manchester City and Schalke 04 in Gelsenkirchen.
Yeah.
Gelsenkirchen is in a place called North Rhine-Westphalen. It's a region in Germany called North Rhine-Westphalen. In that region, you have cities like Gelsenkirchen, where Schalke is. You have Düsseldorf, where Fortuna Düsseldorf is.
Okay.
You have Gladbach, you have Dortmund, you have Duisburg. They are all around each other.
Okay.
That's why when Dortmund is playing against Schalke, it's called the Riviera Derby.
Yeah.
So, and then I realized that I would be in that area where Maduka lives. Coincidentally, my hotel was in Düsseldorf, and that's where Maduka lives. So I sent him a message. I said, "Bro, I'm coming to Düsseldorf. We need to meet." And then he came to my hotel. That was the beginning of all that has become a story of inspiration today. That is the beginning of the man that has become the number one choice for Nigeria and his club. And I said it in a video I made that day in the hotel, in the elevator, that "Hello Nigerians, I present to you Maduka Okoye, soon to be number one for Nigeria." And I didn't stop there. I went on screaming. I went into all of the Facebook groups with everyone in Nigerian football. NFL players. I started talking about him to all Nigerians in football, in the NFL, everybody. And some persons made joke, and some persons laughed. Like, what are you talking about? But good thing is everyone turned around to see the good in the young man, and they gave him a chance. Amadou Pini told me in Austria, the last time Nigeria played, he said, "Thank you for introducing this wonderful talent to Nigeria."
Wow. So the first time you watched all this while I don't know, have you watched him, in goal for his club side? Like you mentioned, you were doing a research, you saw his name, and you reached out to him. What came to your mind the first time you watched him in goal? Maybe for Fortuna Düsseldorf. Then what came to your mind?
Yeah, I saw his videos on Soccer Association.
Oh, okay.
There's this website where agents get to see videos of players. It's a very special website. It's a special platform where agents do their scouting report on players. So I have access to that platform. I've got a website. I've got an account.
Okay.
So I went there. I looked at his videos. First thing first, his height was amazing. That was what struck me. That was what attracted me to him. I said, "This is an amazing height." The fact that he has a relationship with Fortuna Düsseldorf means that he's got potential. And that can be very relevant and useful to Nigeria. And that was what encouraged me to go for this young man. And the moment I saw him, I could see the desire in him to play for Nigeria. He said it in the first interview I did with him. Interview is still on YouTube. You can go check it. It's got about 200,000 views with so many people commenting, where he said, "I want to play for Nigeria. For everything in my life, I want to play for Nigeria." And afterwards, he got his first call-up from the under-23 team, but Fortuna Düsseldorf didn't release him. Which ended up a blessing in disguise, because it looks like God wanted him to be in the Super Eagles, not in the under-23.
Yeah. All right, brilliant. Let's talk about his what next now for Maduka Okoye for Sparta Rotterdam. I think they're in the playoffs for the UEFA Conference League.
Yeah.
And what next for Okoye? There were talks of Ajax coming in for him. And should he stay with Sparta, or look forward to making that next step, that big move? What do you think?
When Maduka joined Ajax, he sent to me.
When he joined Sparta,
the people called him the next Andre Onana, and I said to him,
when he joined Sparta,
you're actually a better, finer version. Because of his skin color, Onana has become a very big ambassador for black goalkeepers, not just in Holland, all over the world.
Definitely,
because of his rise to prominence with Ajax Football Club, and people already started to call him the next Andre Onana. So, and I'm sure that his performances also attracted Ajax, who are also kind of in love with black goalkeepers. outside, apart from Onana, there's also another black goalkeeper at Ajax who is the second in command. So somehow I think that they are already looking at him, and there will be speculations of Ajax showing interest in him. For some reasons, I will not reveal the truth because Maduka wants that to be on the wraps. You understand? Okay. Because for respect for his current club, who have given him a chance to blossom.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's been rumors, and it's not something that is out of the truth. Okay. I'll tell you something as well. In the agency that he works with, a group of guys who have managed goalkeepers and players from the Dutch league to the Premier League, and they have said to Maduka, our goal is for you to reach the Premier League. And with the way he's going, that is not a big impossibility. Yeah. And I think that Maduka has a very bright future, but for now, I think the focus is to remain in Sparta Rotterdam and grow, because it's just his first season. He wants to do another one and possibly play in the European competition where he will become more exposed to better, bigger, and interesting offers.
Yeah. All right. So thank you so much for sharing thoughts with us about Maduka Okoye. Let's talk about another Nigerian who broke into the scene. Was he 2 weeks ago? His name is Emmanuel Emega. He is scored for the first team for Sparta Rotterdam. Tell us about Emega before we come to close on the show. Just a summary, because I saw your interview, the interview you did with the young chap. So tell us a little bit about the young man Emmanuel Emega for Sparta Rotterdam.
Interestingly, I just quickly watched that interview before I came on air. So that I can have a grasp of some details about him, so I don't blab on air.
All right.
Anyway, Emmanuel Emega is 17-year-old. As at the time I interviewed him, I think that was last year. Now he will be approaching 18. He's born in the Netherlands to a Nigerian mother and a Togolese father.
Okay.
However, his heart beats for Nigeria because he was raised alone by his mother. His father hasn't played a key role in his life, and that makes him more of a Nigerian than he doesn't even know anything about Togo. He's been to Nigeria. He was in Nigeria in 2016 for 5 weeks. He was in Lagos and he was in Agbo, where he comes from. He's currently now more focused on building his club career. He's not even thinking about international football yet. That's what he said to me. And talking about he loves Nigeria. He says his Nigerian food, his best Nigerian food is bitter leaf soup and the jam. Used to listen to Nigerian food, but not anymore, because now he's focused on football rather than music.
Yeah.
He said to me that I'm trying to remember something that he said again. He knows that he likes Victor Osimhen. That Osimhen is one of his. He doesn't have a role model, but he watches Victor Osimhen a lot. He likes Victor Osimhen, and I asked him if he knows Super Eagles players. Of course, Maduka Okoye, and Maduka says to him that he's always interested whenever he's in the Super Eagles camp, and that is making him to think about Nigeria, because it's a different vibe in the Super Eagles camp, where you are free to dance and dance Makosa and Atlanta and all that kind of thing, compared to Europe, where it's more prim and proper, straightforward, reserved, and all of that. So Maduka has told him a lot about Nigeria, and they are both managed by the same agent.
Oh wow!
Interestingly, Maduka introduced him to me, so maybe they are also both managed by the same media man. So that's all I can tell you about this young man who has broken into the Sparta Rotterdam team. And of course, he grew through the ranks from the under 17 to the under 19, and then to the second team, where he scored and made an assist on his debut, which earned him a promotion to the first team. I think that's all I can say about Emmanuel Emega.
All right. Thank you so much, Oma Akatugba, for being on the Nigeria Players GPS show today, and I'm really grateful for you being on the show today.
Always a pleasure. Great show, Emmanuel Sabastine. Keep up the good work, and the sky, like they say, is the stepping stone. God bless you, bro.
All right, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you.